You motherfuckers hear that music? That is, without a shadow of a doubt, one of the greatest video game soundtracks of all time. Ladies and gentlemen, Alexander Hilly123 here. It's time for a new video. It is time, as you can see from the title and the screen in front of you, for Streets of Rage 4. Now, I did Let's Play Streets of Rage 2 back in 2014, one of the first I ever did on the channel, before I got a proper capture card. And just recording my my laptop screen, my Mega Drive emulator back in 2014. And that was immense fun. The reason I've never done Streets of Rage 1 and 3 is because if you play Streets of Rage 3 on easy, and I always play all games on easy because all games are fucking hard, you don't get the proper ending. In Streets of Rage 1, unfortunately, I'm no longer good enough to complete the game. I get to the twin sisters right at the end, and I can't quite beat them. I've tried a few times. I'm too old, I'm too shit, and that sucks, but it's just the way it is. Maybe one day you'll see Streets of Rage 1, but you'll never see Streets of Rage 3, unless I just go for the easy ending, and I don't want to do that. But Streets of Rage 4, overall, before this video hits YouTube, I'll have done a pickups video where I will give a small review on this game. But long story short, I prefer this to Streets of Rage 1 and 3, but 2 is still better than this. But they put a lot of love in this. There's a lot of fan service. There's a lot of replayability, a lot of characters. They put all the old characters in as well, or a heck of a lot of them. The game looks beautiful. I didn't like the graphic style at first, but I've definitely come round to it. And overall, it's a solid game, and I think they've done a good job. You can have the retro soundtrack or the new soundtrack. There's some good songs on here, but overall the audio is not the same quality as the old Streets of Rage games. We're going to have retro. I will change it for a few that I don't like, because there's some 8-bit songs as well here also, and I'm not keen on that. I've still never done boss rush or battle. I think that's just online against one other person. I've still not gone online at all. Arcade, I think you have to do hard mode. Wow. Yeah, I've got a lot of the achievements. There's a lot of replayability here because you get an achievement for completing it as each character. Quite grindy, but it forces you to get used to the other characters, and it's really cool. This game is not easy, and I wouldn't want to play this game above hard difficulty. We're just going casual here. This is just for completion of the game and to have fun. The reason it's on easy though is because I was grinding for a few extra achievements like S rank and shit like that. But yeah, Mania is just absolutely fucking insane. But I'm most certainly not going to be replaying this, doing a playthrough as each character. I did that with Sonic 3 and Knuckles, because I think the game differentiates it enough with each character, if that makes sense. All these characters have got good movesets. The game is definitely easier with the old characters, because they do more damage, because they've actually got less moves. Whereas the newer characters, they do less damage, but they got a heck of a lot more moves to pull off. For me though, of the 5 main characters, obviously 3 are old school, and you got 2 new ones in Cherry and Floyd. Playing as these 2, even though they're very different from each other, it kind of feels more natural to play the game as them. Although every character has got something good about them. We, however, are going to play as Cherry, because she's fast and she can pull off some great combos. Anyway, the deep Streets of Rage lore, ladies and gentlemen. As if anybody gives a shit about the lore. Let's admit it, we don't. But the game's gameplay is immense fun, and there's some really good additions in this game, like enemies and new gameplay mechanics. Also some things that really irritate me. But like I said, overall, it's a solid game. Maybe we'll see a 5th game in the future. There were people saying that there wasn't enough reinvention, but I think there's just the right amount. Obviously, it's taken ages for us to get this, but they were never going to reinvent the wheel, but I don't know what these guys were expecting. I landed there. When you're thrown, you can land by pressing down and air. And just like in the old games, the ninjas like to slide. They also like to throw you a lot too. And when that guy flashed there, you could see the red flash. That basically means that he's ready to fuck you up. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, this actual soundtrack. The Galcias with the knives. Lot more melee in this game, and I really like it. You've got the small knives and the pipes. I can't remember if baseball bats are in this game. But there's many more than there were in the classic Streets of Rage trilogy. Cherry, obviously, kind of ridiculous with the guitar, but who cares? I like the 2 new characters. Crazy that you can play as Shiva as well from Streets of Rage 3. Obviously, we've got Zan from Streets of Rage 3. Now, that's the Y move. You lose a little bit of health by using that, but the more you fuck enemies up, as soon as you use it, you actually get that health back. And when I did that move, the green signal, lost my train of thought here, what was I going to say? Yeah, he was going to slide, but my guitar move, by hitting the Y button on the Xbox, triangle on the PlayStation, it counteracted it. If you use a turkey when you've got full health, you'll get 1,000 points. Not quite sure why, but probably to reward you for doing well and not taking any damage up to that point. Here's the old classic metal pipe, motherfuckers! Now, the Donovans there, the guy with the gut, there you go. I landed it, but very rarely do you get to jump at them and hit them. They will uppercut you most of the time, but sometimes I just forget. I've become decent at this game. I've played it quite a lot, but I'm not great. It's a bit too fast-paced for me to be that good at. But you know what? This game is just such great fun, and oh damn, didn't land that one. I am on the Xbox, of course. If any of you guys want to add me and play some Streets of Rage, I don't mind that. Like I say, still not played this co-op. And I don't know how I'm going to be doing this. There's 12 stages altogether. I think I'm going to do one video for every 2 stages. So this video will be 1 and 2. And then 3 and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So it should be in 6 videos altogether. Bit of Street Fighter action there, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see, I just collected a star. You press Y and B on the Xbox, triangle and circle on the PlayStation. Oh yeah. And you'll do a special move. Kind of like the police car in the first Streets of Rage. And yes, the Streets of Rage 1 characters, it actually is the car. I find the first half of this game typically a lot easier. Oh, than the second half. And there's one level in particular, level 9, which is really challenging. Oh, shall I heal? No. I've got an issue with this game. One of my biggest issues with this game is that you don't really accrue extra lives the same way that you do... Oh, God. In the old games. Like, on normal difficulty, in Streets of Rage 2, you could get like 6, 7, 8 lives, but you'd accrue them in the early game. But then, by the late game, you'd start to lose loads of lives. And if you weren't very good, you'd get close to a game over. Obviously, the more you play the game, the better you get. There's less chance of that happening. Oh, God. But with this game, obviously, as you can see, you start with 2 lives on normal difficulty. I think you start with quite a few more on easy. Not sure about hard or hardest of Mania. But yeah, you always run the risk of getting a game over. Like I said before, I'm not great at this game, but I have played it quite a bit now, and on Chapter 9 and the last chapter, Chapter 12 specifically, those 2 chapters, sometimes I can lose all my lives, and you can choose to start a stage with an extra life, but get half the amount of points. Now, the points in this game initially allow you to unlock all the extra characters, and you have to do quite a bit of grinding to get there, in all honesty. There's also an achievement for getting 5 million points. And I've currently, after a heck of a lot of playthroughs, not even got 2 million. So you are going to have to do some serious grinding. But you get more points for doing a level for the first time with a new character. And you also get more points for doing a level for the first time on a different difficulty. So for example, if you completed the game on normal, if you play through the game as different characters on easy, you'll still get more points, because you've never played easy before. And as you can see, the levels are quite long. They vary, of course, but the first level's longer than some others, actually. Oh, shit. Picked up a 4th star. If you don't use all your star moves, you'll get more points, but I don't really care about that because I'm not doing this for the points. And obviously your special move will take a lot of health off the enemies. Obviously, as well, on normal difficulty. Ooh, shit. I know that I can withstand quite a bit of damage and still succeed, if that makes sense. Making sure to land when I've been hit. We've got Diva here. We encounter her later, although she's got a different name. I think it's Bayo and Rai or something. Seems to be Rihanna and Beyonce. I wish I was joking, but I'm not. That's, I think, the boss in Chapter 8, I think. You've got to fight them both together. As you can see as well, I can hit her once after I initially do that special move. I don't know how much you can juggle them. There definitely is the ability to juggle enemies on this game much more than the old Streets of Rage games. I will try to keep at least one here. But Diva has been dispatched. Oh, she bounces off the wall. That'll be a B rank, I'm guessing. Very hard to get an S rank on this game. Holy shit. Look at the lifetime score. That's what I'm talking about before. You've got to get 5 million to... Yeah, you got to get 5 million to get the achievement. It's just not going to happen for me. I don't think I'm going to grind that much on this game. But yeah, every video I do is going to be 2 levels. So let's do level 2. The deep law. It's what we're all here for. Is the deep law. Those douchebags who have their hands in their pockets are among my least favourite enemies. Both in terms of the moves, but also the design. Fuck the po-po. The thugs on this game will fight the police as well. That's obviously something totally different than the other Streets of Rage games. It's a nice little touch. As you can see, I did the rock on move there. If you just press Y without moving, that's the move you'll do. If you press forward and Y, you'll do that move. Oh. I don't think, I might be wrong here, but one thing I don't like about Cherry is that I don't think she has a move where she can throw enemies over her shoulder, like the green signal just did there. I don't think she does anyway. Yeah, I did think about playing as Floyd, but... Oh god! Wow, that was weird. He is a great character, I do like him, but... I like the extra speed of Cherry. There is a turkey there, so I'm just going to go ape shit with the Y move. Why not? Yeah, there's a few good soundtracks on this game, to be sure, but overall, I got to admit, I usually pick the retro soundtrack. Like, you cannot beat Streets of Rage 1 and 2's soundtrack, man. But yeah, some people said there wasn't enough invention with this game, but overall, I think it got good reviews. Be interested to see how well it did, you know, in terms of its sales, how much they actually spent making the game. These guys are a new enemy. They've got the shields, and you can wear it down and then start smashing them. Individually, they're really easy to beat. It's when they're in groups that they're difficult. I love this area. This is brilliant. And the police station. Man, this move, this simple move of when she keeps hitting them when you're smashing on the X button and just jumps into them. It's probably, or possibly, the most devastating simple move in the game. There's the police baton as well. Oh yeah, and Cherry can actually run, as you can see. Not all characters can do this. She's getting her motherfucking jog on. As soon as the shield's red, you can go in and attack them, but if you keep attacking them when the shield's blue, you will take damage. Murphy, this guy's called. I'm guessing that's a reference to RoboCop. These guys have got some serious HP. Oh. Not even mention the taser. That's obviously incredibly damaging. Ah, I should have seen that coming. At least I landed. Ooh, that was shit. I got 20 IQ. I got 20 IQ. Yeah, these guards are tough enemies. They've always got tons of health as well. Some of the shit munching enemies on this game, like the Donovans and the Galsias, they have a bit more health than they should, in my opinion, overall. Wow, what's going on here? As we can see, we can actually get through before fighting all these guys. Ooh, he nearly hit me. But it's time, ladies and gentlemen, for the Commissioner. One of my favourites, this. As you can see, I've only got 1 star move here. And this guy is tough. We'll meet him quite a few times between now and the end of the game. As is the case for a lot of bosses, wow, on this game, biding your time and moving around, up and down especially, vertically, is the way to go to avoid damage. But as we can see, it's not easy because more enemies have spawned in. Break. Oh, he's doing the haymakers. Once he gets into the lower half of his health, that's when he starts doing haymakers that are across the screen. I think it's now. Every boss in this game will do this, where it's like a second phase. Look at that for a move. Jesus Christ. Wow, okay. Okay, that's not... Game, what the fuck? Seriously, give me a chance. Wow. Wow. Look at the stun locks. This is why I just couldn't imagine playing this game. This is ridiculous. Now, this game, one of my criticisms of it is that it's got a nasty tendency of putting difficult enemies around the bosses as well. I can't really remember if the older Streets of Rage games did that. The bosses have their own unique health bar. That wasn't a thing in the old Streets of Rage games. He's nearly done now, though. This has been a pretty bad fight, but the Commissioner is definitely a hard enemy. Okay, game, you're taking the fucking piss. There's the haymaker. Stages 1 and 2 are clear, ladies and gentlemen. I will see you for 3 and 4.